again. Welcome back to Step by Step Lessons. This is Kim, and I'm really glad you're here. This is another DoorDash video. I just completed my third week driving for DoorDash. How do you think I'm doing? Well, I'm going to share my information with you. This has been a really fun, I wouldn't call it an experiment because I'm really enjoying it and I'm going to keep doing it. I'm considering it almost like a hobby. It's fun. I really like being out there driving and delivering food to people. I mean, some of the restaurants have stressed me out, but overall, it's been a great experience. So, yeah, if you're thinking about trying DoorDash, watch my videos. Maybe I'll convince you to give it a shot. This is not me. This is just a stock photo I found. Anyways, my first 3 weeks, I was nervous at first. I remember that first day dashing. I was so nervous and excited at the same time. I remember sitting in the car, getting ready to push the Dash Now button. You know, I had my hot cold bag in the back of the car. I was so excited and just ready to dive in and do it. It was lunchtime, and where I work is a kind of small little town with not a ton of restaurants, so I didn't really know what to expect. You know, there's fast food and a couple actual restaurants, but yeah, I was really nervous at first, and I was shocked. I got, offers right away, so that was kind of fun. But now I've been doing it for a whole 3 weeks, and I've come to the conclusion that my success and stress level all has to do with which restaurants I choose to accept the deliveries from. I think I've done 135 or 139 deliveries overall. All pretty much near where I work and near where I live. And I already have a list of probably about 6 places I'm not going back to, just because they are super slow or they don't value DoorDash orders. They just, I don't know. I think that they string people along, and I don't appreciate that. And some of them are just complete waste of time, in my opinion. So I'm just going to decline those offers, which is fine. I mean, that's all right. We are independent contractors, and we are allowed to decline offers that we don't want to take. So I also get a lot of grocery store orders, which I am not going to do because I don't want to be carrying people's heavy bags of groceries, up 3 flights of stairs, whatever, for $10. It's not worth it. And most of the grocery store ones I've been getting are pretty long distance too. So it might be, $11 order or something, but you have to drive 15 miles. Anyways, I'm not going to do that. So I have learned which places I am willing to go to and which ones I am not. So, hot spots. I don't think chasing the hot spots does any good at all. When you open up the app and you want to start dashing, there's a map of where you are, and it has a little flame where the hot spots are. I don't think the hot spots give you any more offers than just being near a group of restaurants, in general. I'm not sure how they determine what a hot spot is, and I'm not sure why they have the hot spots. Maybe because they want a bunch of drivers over there because they're anticipating orders. They want to make sure that there's people available to take them. I don't know. Every time I've been to a hotspot, I'll sit there and I don't even get an offer. But I don't know. So anyways, I have my own hotspots that I've created for myself. And to me, that's working just fine. Customer locations. Okay, this is another thing that I think is really important to look at before you accept an offer. Zoom in real good. It'll take you pretty close to where you're going to be delivering. I've gotten burned a couple times. I'm like, oh, it's that general area. And then I find out it's a huge apartment complex that I know parking is impossible, or it's in an area that just takes forever to get to, or whatever the undesirable thing is in your area, learn where it is on the map and don't accept offers to that area. Obviously, unless you want to do it, but I'm kind of picking the things that I want to do. And another thing I've kind of honed in on is communications. Some customers don't want to be bothered. I try not to bother them, actually. I only message them if the food is taking forever, and or if the restaurant needs to substitute an item or they're out of something. And then I text them again if I choose to unassign it because it's taking forever, or to let them know I'm on my way. So I try not to just add a bunch of silly texts and they're like, hey, this is Kim, I'm your DoorDash driver, I'll see you soon. I don't say stuff like that unless there's a reason. So if I'm delayed, I want them to know that I'm coming soon. But if everything's going as planned, I don't even text them at all. I'll send a little message when I complete the delivery, like, oh, food's at your door, hope you have a great day or something. But that's about it. So anyways, and that goes to them with the picture of the food by their door. I just don't want to be a pest. And then, obviously, if they send a text to me unsolicited, like thanking me for the delivery or something, of course I always respond. So, yeah. Okay, so that's that. So, my third week. I spent a lot less time dashing this week. I only went out for a total of about 9 hours. Life just got busy, and I didn't want to go out at night. I don't know, I just don't feel comfortable delivering at night. And I don't want to ruin my new car by putting tons of miles on it. So this week, I really went out a lot and used every spare minute that I really could. I went out over the holidays. And then last week, I just kind of felt like I'm going to I'm going to settle into a normal schedule where I have time at home, go get my groceries, clean the house, do stuff like that. But I just didn't want to destroy my car. And that was kind of nerve-wracking too, because it's a brand new car. So I have since bought an old car. On Sunday, we went and I got an old car that I can use for DoorDash. So I want to worry about that in the future. But I'm still not going to go out much at night because, I don't know, I just don't feel comfortable. And consistent offers. Holidays are over. I expected it to really slow down. But even last week, I never waited more than a couple minutes for a decent offer. I mean, there were a lot of low offers this time, where during the holidays, I didn't notice as many low ones. And I'm learning which restaurants to avoid and which areas I do not want to deliver to. I only dash near where I live, so that helps a lot because I know what the neighborhoods are, and I know where the apartments are, and I know which ones I don't want to go to. It's not like I'm banning all apartments and condos, but I know which ones don't have parking, and I know which ones are huge complexes where it's going to be hard to find the location. I don't want to spend a bunch of time wandering around trying to find someone's, house that's, I don't know, I just feel like it's not worthwhile use of my time. And as I was saying before, I found my own hotspots. I live in a suburban area outside of Los Angeles. We have no central downtown really, or restaurant row or anything like that. There are a few spots that have clusters of restaurants, and I treated them kind of like my own hotspots. I have a path that I drive from one to the other. If one's dead, I wait a few minutes, and then if I don't get something, I'll just drive over to the other one and usually get something right away. Or even on the way there, I'll get something. It's kind of strange, but if you turn off your car, the offers seem to come faster. Or if you hop on the freeway, you're going to get one immediately. It's interesting. I'm sure it's just a coincidence, but so I don't chase the hotspots on the DoorDash app. I just don't find it useful. I think that there's already too many drivers there, and I think that's the problem. If they put the hotspot there, then everyone's going there. And there's, too many people vying for those orders at that hotspot. Okay, so my totals for this past week, January 4th through the 10th. I only did 22 deliveries this week, which was way lower than last week. I think I did 60 something last week. My total hours dashing, 9 hours and 6 minutes. My active hours was 5 hours and 58 minutes. So I spent about a third of that time either waiting or deadheading back from a delivery. My grand total came out to $28.92 an hour, which was less than last week also. I didn't have any huge tips this time. I had decent tips, but no gigantic tips. And I came to this amount by taking the total amount earned and dividing it by basically 9 hours, because 9 hours and 6 minutes. I just rounded it down to 9 hours. So my total amount divided by 9 hours, came to this amount. I didn't use the active hours because I think that's not really accurate. So the total hours was for the hours that I was logged into the app waiting for an order. So, so over the whole week, which I know I look at it now, it's like I wasn't out there very long. But, anyways. So there's some money. My consensus, I still really like delivering for DoorDash. $28.92 an hour is decent. But once I subtract gas and approximately 30% for the taxes, well, maybe not. But, if you have an actual job, there's money deducted for taxes and other things. So I don't think it's that bad. This is a side hustle for me, not my main source of income. So I'm okay with, $28.92 minus the 30% for taxes, and then the, whatever I take for gas. About 30% of my time was waiting for offers or deadheading back to town. That's pretty consistent with my previous weeks. But I feel like most of the time waiting is in the restaurants. They're so slow. I mean, I kind of felt like the restaurants were getting their act together towards the end of the holiday weeks. You'd show up and they'd have, the orders ready and all sitting there. And then this past week, it's almost like they went down to like a skeleton crew or something because waiting a long time. Like Chipotle. Chipotle is an awesome restaurant. I love their food. But oh my God, they're so slow. They have basically one person making all the food for the pickup, for DoorDash, for Grubhub, for I think even for like people that call in their own orders. And then the other people in the restaurant are doing the walk-up people. So it takes a long time. So that's kind of stressful. There was a Thai restaurant in town that I'm no longer going to go to because the lady is just borderline rude, and I was there for almost a half hour. She kept saying 5 more minutes, 5 more minutes. It was not 5 more minutes. I finally ended up unassigning myself from that one. I figured, well, by the time the next person comes, maybe it'll be ready. They also did not prioritize any of the DoorDash people. There was, I don't know, probably 8 people waiting outside. 3 or 4 of us were DoorDash. There was a Grubhub person. There was a couple Postmates people. And then like one person who called in their order. And, we were out there a long time. That's a bad way for that restaurant to treat people. So, okay, maybe they don't care about DoorDash people. Maybe I know they lose money to DoorDash and Grubhub, but maybe they just feel like they're not worth as much as their normal customers, so they could take their time. But that person who's ordering from DoorDash is a customer of theirs, and now they're waiting, hour and a half or whatever for their food. So, I just don't think they're thinking about it properly. If you accept DoorDash and Grubhub, then you should treat them the same, those customers the same as all your other customers. Yes, you may be making a little bit less money, but you're the one who signed up to do DoorDash. So you're going to alienate customers, I think, by making them, wait so long for their food. Anyways, so let's see. That was that. Why did I go out fewer hours this week? Well, the main reason is I don't want to destroy my car. I don't want to go out at night alone either. So on Sunday, I bought an old car to use for dashing. So hopefully I'll get out more this next week, now that I don't have to worry about the miles being put on my new car. Yeah, I think this will help alleviate the worry that I had. I don't know. I have a brand new car, and I'm like, oh gosh, it only has like 3,000 miles on it, and probably 1,000 of those are from Doordash. I'm like, no, this is not good. So, anyways, now that I have the old car that I can use, I think I'll feel a lot better about going out for several hours and driving around. So, yeah, it's fun. If you enjoy driving, give it a shot. You can work as little or as much as you want, and you can make decent money. I think it's fun. So do you have any questions or comments? Please put them down below in the comment section. I would love to hear from you. I'm new to DoorDash. This video is based solely on my first few weeks delivering, and I really want to do the best I can, and I want to learn from you. I know some of you have been DoorDash drivers for a long time, so I'd appreciate you sharing some tips and advice in my comment section, and that will help not only me but other newer drivers who may be watching this video. So anyways, thank you so much for watching this. Please subscribe and like the video, and see you next time.